everyone. I wanted to come on here because I just finished watching The Real Housewives of New York. And this is Vlog Media Breeze, journalism in a vlog. I'm not gonna like hamper on it too much tonight. I'm just gonna ask you guys to please pay also close attention to the what do you call it here? The banner at the bottom, the ticker at the bottom, okay? Um, This is going to be a very short review because I did not even have time to get my notes together. I watched the show, however, I have not really organized my notes. And there was a part of this show tonight that I really wanted to come on and talk about, and it was the ending. So I'm going to talk about the ending. I may come back later in the week and do the full show of The Real Housewives of New York. After tonight, I may not. I may just do The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and do my Love and Marriage Huntsville and do my In the News Saturday Morning Coffee live with Breezy. So let's get into it because this ending bothered me. The girls were on their way to Archie's. Archie is Jewish, and this is the Shabbat that what's her name? Ebony. This is the Black Shabbat that Ebony was doing. I didn't know what the Black Shabbat was, but now I know that it is an organization that is bringing together Blacks and Jews because Blacks and Jews have really, really been through it. We've really been through it. Both of our cultures have been through it. Um, it breaks my heart and tears me to pieces when I think of the Holocaust. It really does. I cannot even bear to watch the entire movie the whole way through. That I think it was Steven Spielberg did that a few years ago. Not a few years ago, over a decade ago, actually. I just wanted to talk about a piece of this, and you all can let me know what you think about my thought process because this is my thought process. I love to use that word, thought process, in lieu of opinion. They are there, they're greeting one another. Ebony is introducing the ladies to her friends who are Archie and some other friends that she had there who were Black. One of them looked like a couple. There was a Black male and two Black females. And they are there to join in the conversation. Quite frankly, I'm surprised there were not more people at this particular event. I would like to have seen more people. It could be because it may have been something that was set up just for the show, even though it is a real event and it really does happen. This part of it may have just been set up for the show. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you my thoughts about this because I gave a review about Luann and not Luann, about Ramona and in a previous vlog, and I stated I did not believe she was a racist because I I thought perhaps she was just not as educated on the Black community and our plight. That's really what I thought. I thought she needed more information. I'm beginning to see that the more information you give her, the more she rejects it. She would rather live in her Ramona world than to deal with the reality of what has happened to other human beings on this earth. As soon as Ebony's friend, Archie, began the sentence, I'm really concerned about the Black and Jewish community. She did not complete what she set out to discuss at this event because Ramona interjected and in an attempt to dismiss Black people. She says, well, what about the Jews and Italians? They really have a lot in common. The Jews and Italians. That is what she said, you guys. Go back and listen to it. She completely dismissed my culture. And then she started to act out as if she was this. And with all due respect, I'm not saying anything against people who have AD, what is it, attention deficit issues. However, her behavior became demonstrative of an adult with attention deficit disorder. She started talking about one topic to the other. She gets up, she leaves, she comes back. She says she had to go to the bathroom. She had been writing for 3 hours and couldn't go to the bathroom. Well, if she had been writing for 3 hours and had not gone to the bathroom, why did she not just go to the bathroom when she first entered the premises of the event? Did she hold it that long? That was an opportunity that she took to get to dismiss what Archie was trying to say about the Black community and the Jewish community and Black Shabbat. Archie was about to give those women an education, which is highly needed. And Ramona is the devil for interrupting it. That's how Satan performs. When you're getting ready to do something real good for someone, Satan interjects every time. It was the most, uh, I have never seen anything like that on The Housewives. These women, I'm very glad that Bravo has brought in some color. Even Garcelle, when you look at Erica last week, and it's just, she had to go to the bathroom, number one. Then she comes out, and as they're trying to start the conversation again, she starts talking about, hey, look, I lost 3 pounds. She's all over the place and did not allow that conversation to come to birth and to live. She did not allow that conversation to even come to birth. She aborted it. They should not have allowed her to do that. The women need to learn to refocus when Ramona is in the room. Refocus and ignore her. That is what I would like to have seen. I bet Ebony, and you know what the irony of this whole event is with the Black Shabbat is Ebony did not want to invite, what's her name? Berkshire. I cannot recall the woman's name, the other Black lady on the Real Housewives of New York. Ebony did not want to invite her. The reason she didn't want to invite her is because she thought that she might be the person to show out and to embarrass them. But look how it all turned around. It ended up being Ramona. Ramona depicted Trump-like behaviors. Because recall when he was in office and people were trying to talk to him about the need to have laws passed so that the police would not kill and brutalize Black people, he turned the conversation onto white people saying, well, there are more white people that get killed and brutalized by police than anyone. That is a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie. Ramona did the same thing tonight when she made that statement about she went to a Jewish school and she was discriminated against, and she, uh, to this day, She wants to be Jewish. She said she cries to this day. She said something like that. Something is happening now. She has dreams, she has nightmares or dreams about it or something. Turned the conversation on her. She exhibited emotional insurrection. That's what Ramona did. That's why I said this was a RamonTrump circumstance. And she said she did not want she didn't want to do the reunion because she was afraid that people were going to make her look racist. No, Ramona, you did that, and I was before tonight, I was on your side. Not really on your side, but I was supporting you because I have watched The Real Housewives of New York, and I actually liked you. Look at my previous video on The Real Housewives of New York. I compliment Ramona. It's not that I'm disappointed. I'm never disappointed whenever, you know, Caucasians or whites turn differently than I thought. I'm not disappointed. I'm just here basically to say my thought process, and this is my thought process. I bet Ebony wishes she had bought Brashear now, and I hope I'm saying the young woman's name correct. At any rate, that is all I wanted to come on and say tonight about The Real Housewives of New York. This may be the only review I do, and it may be the last review I do on The Real Housewives of New York. Um, so many people, you all, so many white people do what Ramona did tonight. When we are trying to express what we have gone through, they dismiss it and turn it on themselves. That's the devil. That is the devil. Dismissing someone, but our ancestors were slaves, they were beaten, they were hung. Our young black men are still being beaten, and black women because of race. And you don't want to have that discussion to see how to make it better. You don't want to participate in a conversation that helps you to get to know people in another way, because we can all as a culture have our own thoughts and opinions about people, both highs and lows, positives and negatives. We can all do that. But no one to date has been mistreated any worse than the Jewish community and the black community. No one has been mistreated more. However, I have to say that on the very bottom is the black community, because you see, the Jewish community has the complexion of the Caucasians. Now, they have some melanin in their skin. They're not, they're not pale white or anything. They have some melanin, some oils in their skin, just like we do. They're just lighter undertones. But those lighter undertones make a difference to people who are visual. Just like in the black community, the lighter skinned people make a difference to people who are visual. And that is why Ramona made that comment. As soon as Archie said, "I'm really concerned about the black and Jewish community," Ramona immediately interrupts. Well, Jewish and Italians get along, don't they? Jewish and Italians. She completely dismissed my culture. I'm done. I don't care if they don't have a reunion now. I'm, this is a good thing to bring black people into play on these shows. And while I'm having this conversation, I just want to put it out there. A lot of white people think this is their country. It's not. This is not your country. First of all, it belongs to the Native Americans. Let's get that out of the way. Let's clean that. And you hardly even see Native Americans anymore because they've done told them to go somewhere and hide, right? In North Dakota or somewhere up here in the North Carolina Cherokee Mountains. Now, that being said, this country belongs to the black people who were slaves here. My ancestors were slaves here, right here in North Carolina and in Georgia. So this country belongs to my people. We have contributed so much to this country. This is our country. So when people think, okay, we need to go back to Africa, we need to tell some people to go back to Ireland, Ramona, saying that the Jewish people mistreated you in school. I doubt that. I highly doubt that. I really do. Because overall, the Jewish race, even though they love money, who doesn't like money? It helps you to survive, buy food, live in houses, buy jewelry, stuff. That aside, to me, they have been a very humble community overall. Jewish people are really quite humble. So for her to say that they mistreated her in school, I doubt that. She's a liar. I'm so mad. Look at my video from last week. I complimented Ramona from head to toe. But after tonight, I'm done. They can cancel Ramona. They can cancel her forever. And I don't care if she does go into real estate. I'm in real estate. I don't care if she does go into real estate. I just started, by the way. I'm not I'm trying to gradually get into it. I still have a day job that I work that I also had to get licensed for. It's a different type of job than real estate. But Ramona is working on her real estate license, from what I understand. I wouldn't buy a 2-foot room from Ramona for $1. I'm just so perturbed about this whole scene, this last scene here. It really got under my skin. I digress, people. So I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm not going to do another commentary on the Real Housewives of New York, or if I do, it may be like over the weekend when I do In the News or Saturday Morning Live Coffee. And that's all I had to say about this this show this evening. I didn't talk about the entire show. I only talked about the last part of it. So for those of you who are here, thank you for showing up, and you have a good night, and we will see you in the next one.